Is he gonna go back? Is he gonna go back to rewrite his reality? Oh shit! They're about to break it all! What is up to all you OGs out there? It's your boy OG. And yes, I know I waited until another death battle again. But however though, I've been working on Wii videos, the new DBC Kaya Bridge, etc. Anyway, so last death battle, I might have been, I was probably off some. I'm not gonna lie. With Yuji and Denji, I've seen only one season of Chainsaw Man and one movie. I mean, I read a little bit of the manga. I know he attacks and actually defeats Makima, if I'm not wrong. It's just that, ooh man, I thought Yuji just had all the arsenals with Sukuna and stuff, but Denji actually has some feats I apparently missed. So that's my bad, G. So we're gonna be seeing Superboy Prime versus what was the name? Sentry. Okay. I have heard about Superboy Prime and some from Sentry, because I believe he can wipe out reality, as I'm looking at from this what's happening here, because they always like showing the preview. So anyway, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go. Seems like a serious fight. It's about to go down.
Sentry versus Superboy Prime.
These two dark
So just
Supermen prove
another
that sometimes
Superman
absolute
type.
power corrupts absolutely.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
This
One
should be an
superhero
interesting one.
stands alone at the peak of Marvel Comics. He's a brilliant scientist and friend to all, the Golden Guardian of Good, the Sentry.
Which makes it all the more mysterious when all of humanity forgot about him, as though he
Oh yeah,
never
he is the
existed in
insane one. I had a
first place.
feeling.
What if the reason we forgot Sentry is that he wanted to be forgotten?
To save us from himself.
As the story goes, Robbie Reynolds was just your average, ordinary high school teen until the day he accidentally drank this super soldier serum.
At that moment, Robbie was imbued with the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, becoming one of the strongest superheroes in existence.
That's gotta be one hell of a bowel movement. And what better way to use his new powers than to become a sentry to all mankind?
In a never-ending crusade against his devious arch-nemesis, the Void.
He's got all your classic, I can't believe he's not Kryptonian superpowers, like super strength, speed, durability, and flight.
He can spot you from miles away, or even hear a butterfly sneeze from across the planet.
Do butterflies sneeze?
No!
Well, Sentry cells absorb and process the sun's rays, and if he wants to, he can fire that solar energy right back at you in a powerful laser, or bend light away to turn invisible, or use it to make force fields.
Really,
sounds
the Sentry can
like
draw
a
power
more
from anywhere
powerful
and
Superman
everywhere.
type.
When he was forcibly shrunk down to subatomic size, he started pulling energy from the microverse instead. And despite being microscopic, his punches were strong enough to destroy planets, even while holding back.
Sentry can teleport, communicate telepathically, and even read and mess with minds.
He's also a genius with a super brain comparable to Tony Stark and Reed Richards. He's
So
even built his
Marvel
own
versus
watchtower
DC
with an
again,
advanced
if I'm not
AI
mistaken.
that
Yep,
is
Marvel versus
constantly
DC.
monitoring the planet for
It's like,
threats.
I'm pretty
Jesus
sure it's
Christ,
Marvel.
he's like the Avengers all in one. Why do there even need to be any other superheroes?
Indeed, the Sentry is more than strong enough to take on Marvel's heaviest hitters, like his famous battle with the Green Scar Hulk, where Black Bolt, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange failed. The Sentry was the only one who stood against the Hulk's full power.
He's also battled Thor, who collapsed an infinite number of timelines into one by clashing with another Thor.
The Sentry is incredibly fast, too. He can bend space and speed blitz Ares, who can move within Planck time, the smallest unit of time possible in our universe.
He's stated to be as fast as the Heralds of Galactus, like the Silver Surfer, who once outraced the multiverse blowing up. The Surfer flew so fast he went back in time, so you'd think Sentry would be able to handle some punk in a trench coat.
But it wasn't so simple. The Void was everywhere that the Sentry wasn't.
If Sentry saved people from a burning building, Void would crash an airplane. If Sentry healed a person's broken back, Void
Wow.
would give someone else cancer. What an asshole!
For every good act the Sentry performs,
Hey,
the Void
YouTube,
commits
do
an
not
evil
copyright
one.
me because of the song, the music in the
truth
background,
was, the
because
Sentry and the
this is the
Void
video,
were
all right?
one and the
I'm sick of
same.
getting copyright because of part of the music.
Twist. Turns out Sentry's whole origin story was a lie. Robbie Reynolds wasn't a 60s high schooler beating up
Yeah.
bullies like some Jack Kirby comic.
Okay,
In
looking
reality,
at it,
Bob
man,
Reynolds
god
was a
damn.
schizophrenic meth addict
By
who
more than
drank the
100
Sentry
suns
syrup
being
just to get
powerful enough
high.
to-
And the Void was, in reality, a malevolent,
stuff like that.
godlike entity bonded to Bob that was the literal angel of death.
Yes, from the Bible, with Moses and the Pharaoh and the dead firstborns. That's him, apparently.
And this being manifests as the dark side of Bob's shattered psyche, a villainous alter ego with all of his power. Too much power for any one man to handle. The only way to destroy the Void was to also destroy the Sentry.
So Bob did something crazy. With
What did he
help from
do?
Reed's tech, he used his own psychic powers to erase himself from everyone's past, present, and future, including his own.
Warping the perception of reality of every single person on the planet. They would no longer remember him or even recognize anything remotely related to him. A picture of the Sentry would still technically exist, but in your mind's eye, including Bob's, it isn't there.
Great. Everyone knows repressing your problems always makes them better.
Yeah,
But
comic
Bob's
book
memories eventually clawed their way back, in part thanks to Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin.
Oh my
and his
God,
desire to
seriously?
somehow control the Void. So Norman had the Thunderbolts murder Bob's wife Lindy in
Whoa!
order to release, you know, the Angel of Death.
Oh my
try
God, dude, this
controlling
is
the kinda guy who
this
can
is
throw hands with
this is a
Molecule
lot.
Man, who
This is a
somehow
lot.
is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel. At his peak, he's got almost complete control over the multiverse. So yeah, good luck with that one, Norm.
Molecule Man was another mentally unstable god whose power fluctuates based on their self-confidence. In a way, a sort of kindred spirit to Bob.
It was then that Bob discovered the true source of his own powers, his own control over molecules. Yeah, you can do that too.
The Sentry can create and destroy matter on a whim, able to rip you apart at the molecular level, or conjure an entire new reality from scratch, all with just a wave of his hand, like Dr. Manhattan.
He can also regenerate his body from any kind of damage, like being burnt to a skeleton or getting Dr. Manhattan himself.
As long as one single solitary atom remains, the Sentry is unkillable.
And Void's got all of this and more, except he doesn't hold back. He can shapeshift, create hurricanes, trap you in darkness, possess your body, and devour your soul.
With
Bro,
his
what the
infinite
hell?
tendrils, the Void takes control of a victim.
Oh yeah, also let y'all guys know, yes, I did get new headphones. These light up on the side. Blue rings. Alright? I'm gonna make a new thumbnail with these new headphones later on. But let's get into it. So anyway, we have Infinity Trend, Trendles, Darkness, Manipulation, Weather Manipulation, Sun Manipulation. Wow. This guy sounds a bit... Yeah, he's dimensional. He has to be. Yeah, he's dimensional. This guy sounds dimensional. The Void is dimensional. God damn, I think he's a bit beyond multiversal. Against Superboy Prime? Superboy Prime would have to be... He will literally have to be comic book Superman. He will have to be exactly like comic book Superman. I mean, if I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken. Alright? I don't know if they're two the same, or... I'm thinking they're different, really, between the very strong comic book Superman and Superboy Prime. I'm pretty sure they're different, but still, just looking at this, hearing this, man, I'm almost sold on Void, but we gotta see what
them with the memories of
Superboy
past
Prime
traumas
can
and
do.
nightmares.
He killed Loki. He wrecked Asgard. The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the Inhumans, and the X-Men teaming up all at once could barely handle him. Void is one of the biggest bads in Marvel. Great fucking job, Norm. I'm something of a moron myself.
The only way forward, the only way for Bob to save everyone, including himself, was to do something he never imagined. Let the Void in.
By refusing to repress his darker half anymore, Sentry and Void merged and became stronger than the sum of their parts.
One being now free to finally live his life without the crushing weight of self-hatred and fear.
Maybe, but this is the Void we're talking about. What if Bob just has a new puppet master who's only letting him think he's in control?
As long as the Void exists, it's just another revolution in that same endless cycle. It remains to be seen whether even death itself can break that wheel.
He'll be back. Sentry is gone, but not forgotten. He'll never be forgotten again.
Do you believe a man can fly?
Yeah, Wiz, within the pages of DC Comics, everyone and their irradiated six-dimensional gorilla mother can do it.
Well, what about in the real world? Not Earth 1 or Earth 2, but our own Earth. Earth Prime.
The Earth of you, me, and Clark Kent. A totally normal boy from New England who just happened to share a name with that comic book character.
Mere coincidence. That is, until the day Clark took a leap of faith and believed he could fly.
And he did! Surprise, surprise, Clark was actually from the planet Krypton, which apparently exists in our universe now? Anyway, the real Superman, the one from all those comics he loved, showed up just in time to give him the skinny on being Superboy. Wait, he could have chosen me! I believe I can fly!
Bugsy, don't jump off the... Clark had all your classic Kryptonian powers. Flight, heat vision, microscopic and telescopic sight, Arctic breath. It was the dream that every little boy had finally come true.
Oh, a different type of
in
fly.
time
Yeah,
for
they are
his
different.
universe, our universe, to be annihilated literally 1 month later in DC Comics Armageddon, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Wiz, we're canonically dead since 1986, apparently.
With everyone he knew and loved gone, Clark took shelter in a pocket dimension with other cosmic refugees. Now an anachronism in DC's new, rebooted, post-crisis continuity, Clark was forced to watch as the comics landscape changed before his eyes. As stories became darker and morally complex, as heroes failed to be the paragons of good he saw them as in his childhood.
As someone else got to be Superboy.
Some people can't stand change, can't stand to see a world that doesn't look the way it did when they were a child. The day needed to be saved by Superboy, the real Superboy, Superboy Prime.
So he did what any Superboy would do.
Break
Punch
reality.
really hard. He punched his way out of the dimension so hard, the shockwaves rippled through the universe and retconned DC Comics. Superboy was back, and he was gonna fix comic books forever. Hell yeah!
No matter how many fake heroes got in his way.
Oh shit! Super Chud Prime isn't just your ordinary Kryptonian. Oh no, he's pre-crisis.
As in, from before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, a time when comics were a bit more comical.
When Superman
Yeah.
could sneeze solar
more
systems apart
comical
or
that
tow
way.
a galaxy of planets behind him like it was nothing.
Or
God
guys who
damn,
made Kryptonians
told that
so
much?
hard, they generated enough power to restore an infinite number of timelines.
Get ready to hear that word a lot. My favorite is the time Superman flew so fast he broke the light barrier, the time barrier, and even the bonds of infinity. I wonder if these writers ever imagined this bullshit would feed nerd arguments for the
Oh god damn, no wonder why he beat Goku. And they made 3 fights of that. 3 fights! And Goku lost. I don't know why they even brought up the fight. After the first time, they already knew Superman was stronger. Why did they even bring up the fights again?
It's the green, it's the green, it's the green you need. And when I looked into your future, it's the green that I see.
next half century. Not that I'm complaining. That's how I get paid.
Prime would know he is a self-described power scaler's dream.
Huh. You think he's heard about us?
We can only
No.
hope not. As a Kryptonian with an ultra-dense molecular
No, he is
structure,
not.
he should also share many of the same resistances, like being transmuted to stone, having his atomic bonds weakened, or getting his energy drained. Kryptonians like Superman can withstand more esoteric attacks too. They can actively resist mental attacks by outthinking them, and their souls can resist being destroyed.
All thanks to Earth's good old yellow sun fueling his cells. And unlike that post-crisis super fraud who gets weaker without sunlight, Prime's got it covered.
With a suit of armor made from the corpse of the Anti-Monitor, which constantly feeds him solar energy. Literally wearing the pelt of the monster who destroyed his universe, just to be better and stronger than Superman. Superman.
Because that's what he thinks he is. Superman with better feats in scaling. Superman, but real.
Superman, if he was a fucking idiot. Okay, sure, he has the same
Wow.
hyper-efficient brain that all Kryptonians have, but when it came to being a superhero, he was a violent, immature moron.
Exactly
So-
what you'd expect from a kid who never grew up and never learned to hold back. Instead of saving Earth's heroes, he started massacring them. And let's be
So
real.
shit like
part of him
Homelander
knows
now?
that editorial will just bring them all back eventually.
He sounds like
Doom
Homelander.
Patrol, Justice Society, Teen Titans, and 3 Flashes at once. He effortlessly murdered an alternate universe Justice League and even killed his rival, Connor Kent, the new Superboy. Even as other Kryptonians grew in power to become comparable to their pre-crisis iterations, Prime still held an advantage because he never held back.
Like the time he tore apart the Monarch's armor, accidentally unleashing the Big Bang in his face, destroying the universe, and he was fine.
Or the time a Guardian of the Universe blew himself up in an attempt to stop Prime, blasting him into the multiverse atom by atom, and that only made Prime stronger.
Or the time he fought a potential future version of himself who became a god of time. And instead of teaming up, Prime stupidly attacked him and accidentally retconned themselves both out of existence.
Which sent him home, back to his original universe, our universe. Except now everyone he knew, his parents, his girlfriend Lori, had been reading his comics. They knew what he had become, and they were terrified.
Once again, forced to watch as his heroes progressed without him, he pored over comic after comic, learning everything about DC,
And a little bit of Marvel.
only to discover his worst possible nightmare.
Not only would he never get to be Superman, he wasn't even a super villain that people liked. Turns out, power levels aren't everything.
So, naturally, he flew to DC headquarters and attacked the people writing his own comic.
Like some infinitely recursive meta hell.
the-
Prime had become a whiny, petulant, reactionary fanboy. Wiz, you think he's the guy posting on our Reddit?
And at the peak of his violent temper tantrum, he murdered the Golden Age Superman, the original Superman. Action Comics #1, the first superhero.
Oh, what the hell?
Restoring DC's glorious past, Prime beat it to death. He needed to change.
And that opportunity
Well, okay, Prime's gonna win. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. It's just that that's just because of what I'm hearing. Now, I know Sentry had to fuse with death itself, but he became super corrupted with that shit. But this sounds like Prime Boy can't even die, and it makes him strong. So I don't know.
Batman Who Laughs threatened to destroy all of reality.
Prime was drafted to help save the day, and it turned out he was the only Superboy who could.
Remember that time Prime punched reality so hard he retconned DC Comics? Turns out that was no coincidence. Due to his repeated excursions across the multiverse, Prime became a space-time anomaly, and he slowly learned how to manipulate reality itself with his fists.
I guess you could call it his retcon punch!
At first, its effects were random, like bringing Jason Todd back to life or restoring Beast Boy's memories. But he started to use it to rewrite continuity to fix the evil universes of the Batman Who Laughs.
Giving them and all the characters inside of them happy endings. In a weird way, that's what Superman has always done, right? Punch the bad guys so hard he saves the day.
Prime can punch hard enough to enter the time stream, seemingly exit the comic medium entirely, and even defeat the nigh omnipotent Darkest Knight.
Who was powerful enough to beat Perpetua, the goddess who created all of DC Comics, the whole shebang. And Prime hit the Darkest Knight so hard, he erased his entire evil multiverse.
A feat that no one actually saw happen. Prime's first true act of heroism was one that he did selflessly, and it was the first step toward becoming a true hero.
The kind of hero that Superman always secretly knew he could
Wow.
be. A hero who could someday get his own issue #1. A hero like, well, Superman.
Maybe one day Prime will truly believe in himself, just like he once believed he could fly.
Nah, nigga, this is
All right, the battle's about to begin, but first,
this is honestly
Because we're back.
weird
And
as
then the voice
hell,
of
man. No. This is too much. This is too much. Me personally, I'm not sure who's gonna win. I don't care who wins. But the sound of it, Sentry, the punch, the blow up plane is stronger than the punch up plane. Took on Hulk, took on Thor, everything, one in the Avengers. And DC wise, Superboy Prime killed a bunch of Superman, destroyed his own reality, went back home even though he's supposed to be erased by killing his future self along with him, and then he came back. He came back just to take on the dark Batman who laughs. So, from the sound of it, even Sentry does manage to like kill him. I think he'll just come back. Sentry will have to punch so hard to break both of the realities just to kill him, which I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm being honest with you. I think I'm leaning on Superboy Prime. It depends, man. It depends. I think Superboy Prime is gonna end up destroying him. And they're already fighting.
Quit while you're behind, kid.
Mess up a superhero crossover? No way, dork. Onomatopoeia coming right up.
Damn.
You're dealing with someone who has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns!
Big mistake, dipwad. It's prime time.
It's what?
Yeah, he's already breaking reality. Now, I will admit, for him to kill him,
Are you kidding
he has
me?
to go beyond
Another
that.
Dark Superman fraud? Boring. It's cool when I do it.
I would say Sentry will definitely burn Prime Boy and end up breaking his world and possibly reality. But still.
I'll kill you to death.
No, literally Death will okay, yup. See, now he's gonna release Death.
Bye-bye, Bob. It's time to play God.
Yep. He beat Sentry, but Sentry and now what's his name has become one. Death, I'm sorry. Sentry and Death become one.
Okay, you weren't joking. Definitely a crisis level threat. Luckily, so am I.
Run all you want! If Bob couldn't escape me,
What hope do you have, boy?
He has to destroy his reality.
The Dark Clark? What kind of a hero are you? Remind me again, whatever happened to Lori? It's over, Clark.
He's definitely containing
There
him.
is no happy ending. Not for you. Not for me. Not for anyone else.
Oh man.
Haven't you ever read a comic book, you big freaking nerd? There's always
Is he gonna
a
go
happy
back?
ending.
Is he gonna go back to rewrite his reality? Oh shit, they're about to break it all!
Bob? You kept talking about the Sentry. Bad dream?
No idea, Lindy. Best sleep I've had in years.
Crisis averted.
Nice. Superboy
I don't think
did
I've
it.
ever seen someone beaten to death so wholesomely before.
Let's break this down into 3 chapters: their strength, intelligence, and powers.
As with any flying brick fight, the first question you gotta answer is, who's stronger?
Prime and
Superboy
Sentry are
Prime.
naturally 2 of the heaviest hitters in DC and Marvel,
Superboy Prime,
more than
man.
capable of matching and surpassing Herald-level opponents like Superman and Thor.
Who are both strong enough to create and destroy an infinite number of timelines with their clashes. Just absolute wacky bullshit like that.
So in order to pick a winner, we have to take a close look at the strongest beings they fought: Molecule Man and the Darkest Knight.
Sentry beat the crap out of Molecule Man, but remember, Eminem's power can fluctuate a lot, and when he fought Sentry, he wasn't at his full power, so we can only scale this so far.
But Prime overpowered the Darkest Knight after the Mad Bat had absorbed the powers of both Perpetua and, what do you know, Dr. Manhattan. both of which alone could threaten all of DC Comics.
And unlike with Molecule Man, there's nothing to suggest the Darkest Knight was holding back. In a straight brawl, Prime takes the edge in strength. But
What I
that's
say?
about everything.
What I
Maybe
say?
Sentry could figure out a way around Prime's brawn with his intelligence.
While Prime
Intelligence
does
will
possess
probably
a
have to
super
go
advanced
to
Kryptonian brain, he clearly
Sentry,
does not use it to
probably.
its full extent.
It's less that he's dumb and more that he's a teenager and has a habit of crashing out.
The Sentry,
The
on the
Sentry,
other hand, has been
actually
compared to Tony Stark and Reed Richards,
had
some
a
of the
way,
most
and he was
intelligent
super
people
smart.
in all of Marvel
He actually had a
Comics.
plan to try
Sure,
to
he
take out
mentally struggles with the whole Void thing, which sucks for him, but losing control to the Void only makes him more dangerous.
And as the Merge Sentry, he's operating at his peak, fully in control of his powers. In a test of wits and wills, the Sentry was the more intelligent.
But the main question in this matchup had to do with their batshit insane powers.
With the Sentry's ability to reshape molecular matter and warp perception of reality to such an incredible degree, his powers seem much more versatile than Prime's. Prime may be stronger, but heat fission, frost breath, and Kryptonian punches aren't going to do much in the long run against someone who can regenerate from a single atom.
But pre-crisis Kryptonians have actually resisted having their molecules torn apart before, and Prime should be no different. So it's not like Sentry was ever going to just Doc Manhattan him away.
Prime could still be worn down. Kryptonians have incredible stamina, but we know that sustained damage will eventually knock them out or kill them.
Unless Prime could find a way around Sentry's insane regeneration, he was toast.
Luckily for Prime, his ability to retcon away your history and mess with your whole timeline was actually something Sentry had no specific resistance to.
Not only that, it was something he's been affected by in the past.
Like the time the Scarlet Witch rewrote all of reality during House of M. Bob's continuity was rewritten like everyone else's.
Or the time Absorbing Man had the powers of a cosmic cube and warped Sentry's personal reality. Shit, Moonstone literally describes it as
you
a
do not copyright me
punch.
this for the music.
Sentry's psionic power
God
could
damn, sounding from
theoretically
this, man, it's
retcon
just
himself from Prime's
man.
perception of reality. However, this feat required assistance from Reed Richards, and it's unlikely he could pull it off mid-fight.
Pre-crisis Kryptonians also resist a lot of mind manipulation anyway, so good luck trying.
Now, Prime hasn't always had the most perfect control over his retcon punch,
No,
so
not
he
the
might
most
need more
perfect.
than one blow to finish the job.
But Prime was
He
more
definitely
than
would
capable
need
of
more than
powering
one
through
blow.
Void's scariest abilities.
Like having his soul eaten or being cut off from sunlight. I guess that Edgelord solar armor came in handy after all.
In short, Prime could resist everything Sentry could throw at him, but Sentry couldn't do the same. Prime takes the final edge in powers.
With no way to easily put him down, Prime would eventually muscle his way through and retcon the Void away for good.
Sorry, Bob. Defeat was unavoidable.
The winner is Superboy Pro.
That was kind of obvious. What the fuck?
Oh,
What's
hey,
going
my
on?
Pizza's here.
The winner is Superboy Prime. Letter to the editors? Oh yeah, I win. That's right. You hack frauds really tried to lowball me, but I checked the clock and it's prime time, baby. Now, personally, that intelligence section was such a gimme. I don't crash out. I'm a tragic hero grappling with real
okay,
intense
buddy. You
emotion.
can stop
I
now.
can be smart anytime I want. But anyway, don't subscribe, don't join as a member, don't watch Death Battle, read my comics. Prime out.
Next time on Death
All right,
Battle.
so who's the next one? Is that the Avatar? Oh my God, it is. Wait, who's that? Wait, is that Genji Impact? Yeah, that's Genshin Impact. Oh my God. I knew it because my brother used to play and I've seen some of those characters before. Genshin Impact. That's Genshin Traveler. Aang versus Traveler. I'm not very familiar with Traveler, but Aang is literally the Avatar. I mean, in the Avatar say, oh my God, man, you control any element. Take away your bending. I almost thought, I ain't gonna lie, I heard people online talking about Poe in Avatar, and I was thinking Poe will only have a chance if you send him to the spirit realm to turn to that dragon beast. But Aang will have the advantage if they stay on Earth. But it's Aang versus Traveler. Oh God. That's gonna be a battle. That's gonna be some battle. Okay. Avatar versus Genshin Impact. Interesting. I might go with Aang. I might just go with Aang. I gotta do research on this Traveler person. See how powerful he really is. Alright. That's gonna be it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out to all my G's out there. Yes, sir.